Thanks, sir. Thanks. You didn't tell me till last
All right, this cause number 2010-81420 in the interest of Ariana Mary Sum. Parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Mary Sum, and I'm the mother of Ariana.
Okay, and for the state of Texas?
Angela Jeffries, Your Honor.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Alfonso Flores. Mr. Flores was served on October 14th, 2020 at 2:53 p.m. at 6999 Retrieve Road, Wainscott, Angleton, Brazoria County, Texas. He has not filed an answer. Is that correct, Ms. Jeffries?
He is not, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Flores was given further notice of this Zoom hearing, which is set for today, and that was delivered on December 14th, 2020, and he is not checked in. Is that correct?
He is not, Your Honor.
Ms. Jeffries. All right, we'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Ariana Mary Sum. Not Ariana, I'm sorry. The state calls Mary Sum. Miss Sum, are you the mother of Ariana Mary Sum?
Yes.
And how old is Ariana?
She's 11.
Okay, and who was ordered to pay you child support in the prior order, ma'am?
Alfonso Flores.
Okay, and when was the last time this order, to your knowledge, was ratified?
I believe it was 2014.
Thank you. Your Honor, I would ask that the court take judicial notice of the prior order signed on October 9th of 2014. In that order, the court ordered Alfonso Flores to pay $200 for child support beginning November 1st of 2015. The court ordered Mr. Flores to pay $60 beginning November 1st of 2014.
All right.
And I would also like to offer what is marked as State's Exhibit A, the updated pay record in this case.
And the pay record? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you have any objections to me looking at the pay record, Ms. Sum?
No, I don't.
All right, State's Exhibit A is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, Ms. Sum, you understand that we are asking the court to enter a child support judgment in the amount of $26,190.76 as of December 31st of 2020. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, I understand.
All right, and you understand that we are not ordering a payout at this time because we've received information that Mr. Flores is currently incarcerated.
Yes.
I also understand that we're asking this court to enter a medical support judgment in the amount of $4,555.50 as of December 31st of 2020, ma'am.
Yes.
All right, and you also understand that we are not ordering a payout because he is the non-custodial parent, Mr. Flores, is currently incarcerated.
Yes, I understand.
All right. And have you been given knowledge that Mr. Flores will currently be incarcerated longer than 90 days at this time?
I'm sorry, what was that question again?
Sure. Were you given knowledge or information that Mr. Flores will currently be incarcerated longer than 90 days at this time?
Yes, I just found out.
All right. And do you understand that we're also entering a dental support judgment in the amount of $0 as of December 31st of 2020?
Yes.
Right. This order is being submitted for a downward modification. Do you currently have any healthcare coverage for Ariana?
Yes, I do with my company.
All right. And does that policy also cover dental insurance as well, ma'am?
Yes, it does.
All right. And do you understand, once again, due to the incarceration, that we will not order any money to be reimbursed for that dental and medical premium that you pay due to the non-custodial parent's incarceration?
Yes, I do understand.
All right. Now, as far as the child support, there's a downward modification being requested, and we're asking that that be set at $0 per month beginning February 1st of 2021. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. And as far as the medical and dental, that both of those amounts will be $0 as of February 1st of 2021.
Yes.
All right. Now, if the court is to bill any court costs, who should the court costs be billed against, ma'am?
Alfonso Flores.
All right. And do you believe this order to be in the best interest of the child, Ms. Sum?
Yes, I do.
And are you asking the court to approve this order?
Yes.
And you've already signed off your signature in agreement to this order. Is that correct?
Yes.
And lastly, are you asking that the non-disclosure that was already placed in a previous order by this court remain in place, ma'am?
Yes.
I have no further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Sum, you can sign off.
Do I just hang
That's
up?
it. That's it.
Oh, that's
Okay.
it? Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Hello,
Hello. Who we got here?
me and Arnold and Miss Trevino.
Okay. This is a Sanchez case.
Correct.
This is cause number 2017-22104 in the interest of Yar Ovith Sanchez Jr. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Ms. Trevino, please unmute yourself. You solemnly
Yes,
swear to
sir.
tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Colleen Lynette Trevino. I'm the mother of Yair Sanchez Jr.
All right, and for the state,
Marcella Turner.
court will note that the non-custodial parent is Jair Ovith Sanchez, and Mr. Sanchez was served on January 31st, 2020 at 4:26 p.m. at 14210 Autumn Ridge Trail Drive in Houston, Harris County, Texas. He did not file an answer. Is that correct, Ms. Turner?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. He was also given further notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail, which was delivered at 5:48 p.m. on December 14th, 2020. And he has not checked in. Is that correct, Ms. Turner?
Somewhat, Your Honor. He has not checked in. However, we did not submit any notice to the court regarding this case. The state was requesting to proceed forward on a no answer default basis. That may be someone else's.
Let me see. I'm sorry, that's the previous case. We'll strike that portion. There was just simply no answer, and we're proceeding on a no answer default. Is that correct, Ms. Turner?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, let's move forward then with the default
Thank
hearing.
you. Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state would ask that the court take judicial notice of the prior court order signed on April 3rd of 2018, where Mr. Sanchez was ordered to pay $0 in child support and to cover the medical and dental insurance.
All right,
At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Trevino. Ms. Trevino, to your knowledge, is Mr. Sanchez currently employed?
Yes, he is.
And what type of work does he do?
He works in the oil and gas field on a rig.
And how long has he been doing that type of work, to your knowledge?
Like since the end of 2017.
Okay. And in your prior court order, there was a deviation to $0 in child support. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the reason stated for that deviation in your prior child support order was that the child was living with Mr. Sanchez at that time. Is that correct?
Correct.
And is your child still living with Mr. Sanchez?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And so that would be the material substantial change that occurred. Is that correct?
Correct.
And to your knowledge, does Mr. Sanchez have any other biological children under the age of 18?
Yes, he does.
How many?
2.
And do those 2 children reside with Mr. Sanchez?
Yes.
And do you have access to private medical or dental insurance at this time?
Yes, I do. So you said private? No.
Private, correct.
No, ma'am.
I didn't hear you.
No, ma'am.
And about how much do you believe Mr. Sanchez to gross monthly in income?
I would say about goes maybe like $5,000 a month.
And how do you know that?
Based off the figures before when I was in the Attorney General's office, and they were working on an order, so I know how to calculate the wages with the children that you have and things like that. So that's how I came up with that calculation.
And so did Mr. Sanchez ever personally tell you himself what he brought home each month?
No, he did not.
Okay. And are you asking this court to order cash medical support in the amount of $125 beginning March 1st of 2020? Your Honor, there's a error in that order, so I'll need to change that. But are you asking this court to order that child support amount
Yes,
beginning
ma'am.
March 1st of 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
And in addition to that, are you asking this court to order current child support in the amount of $663 beginning March 1st of 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're aware that Mr. Sanchez was served at the end of January, is that correct?
That's correct.
And why are you asking this court to retroactively backdate the child support begin date?
Because he was served in, and I don't feel that that he has shown interest in as far as coming forth to the court and things like that, and that he's aware of the situation because I've spoken with him.
Okay. And are you asking this court to approve this default?
Yes.
And do you believe this order to be in the best interest of your child?
That's correct.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
all right. Call your next witness.
At this time, the state would like to call Mr. Barrera. Mr. Barrera, could you please state your name again for the record and where you work at this current time?
My name is Arnaldo Barrera, and I work for the Office of the Attorney General.
And how long have you worked there?
14 years.
And what is the title of your position and what do your job duties entail?
I am a child support officer and I conduct investigations and calculate child support and retroactive child support.
And did you conduct an investigation in regards to the gross monthly resources regarding Mr. Sanchez, the non-custodial parent on this case today?
Yes, I did.
And what did you find his gross monthly income to be for the first 3 quarters of 2020?
The calculation was $5,241.55.
And based off of that gross income amount, which would yield the net amount, what did you find that his child support should currently be based off of that information?
$663.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness. You're muted, Your Honor. We can't hear you. We still can't hear you. Okay, there.
Ms. Trevino, do you have any questions for Mr. Barrera?
No, sir.
All right. Anything further, Ms. Turner?
No, Your Honor, just that the state will submit the final order with that correction on the begin date for the cash medical support for March 1st of 2020.
Okay. Court will approve the order with that change as submitted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
May
you.
we be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Trevino,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to send you the corrected version of the order in a few minutes. You don't have to log back in. Just make sure you sign it, okay?
Okay, and
Hold on really quick. Hold on. Let me make sure
Okay.
we're off the record because we're still recording.
Hopefully before 6.